Welcome back to Valencia and welcome to the STMA Pilatus PC-12. There's an obvious comparison to make with the Pilatus PC-12. Of course, this is a little bit more detailed. I haven't spent enough time with the aircraft to know whether I would describe it as exactly study level, but certainly it's an awful lot more detailed than the Coronado representation. Approach is roughly the same with the Coronado version. It's you actually have to use the EFIS much more than you would with the Coronado aircraft. It actually works in a much more detailed way in this version of the aircraft, and that is very much a bonus. Ideally, you would have the Coronado modelling and artwork combined with this level of detail. I would certainly, if you're looking for an aircraft that you are going to be looking at the systems with, then this would be the aircraft to go rather than the Coronado. Unfortunately, as is always the case, there is a replay bug, so we unfortunately cannot see the glide slope. Glide slope kind of works a little bit odd, in an odd way for me. You will see it goes into quite a steep dive at one point. I'm not really sure what the cause of that is. I would say that on final approach I'm looking for a speed of no lower than about 90 knots. You could maybe go, you can see the steep dive here, down about 1200 FPM. Much below 90 knots and you get considerable roll, which will take you out of localizer, so I keep it at about 90 knots. Over the aim point I'm reducing power to idle and raising the nose to 5 degrees nose of pitch. Anything more than that and the aircraft will float. You could maybe get around that by having a lower approach speed, but again, you're looking for the speed at which it's not going to, or the lowest speed that you can achieve without having that roll tendency. Certainly the way I've approached landings with the Coronado version is a little bit different. The power settings, I'm really looking at the airspeed more than I'm relying on the power settings. But again, you know, over time with experience you'll pick out the exact power settings that are going to give you the desired approach speeds. I come out of the autopilot at about 500 feet AGL. In fact, I think it's absolutely exactly on 500 feet AGL. And then, as always, it's a matter of working to achieve center line, and that really is just an approach in this aircraft. It's not all that difficult to fly or to approach on, or to approach with. But as I've stated before, you get that little bit extra detail and the feeling that you are in an aircraft, or in a representation of an aircraft that is much more, that is much closer to reality. So as we come to the end of this video on landing the STMA Pilatus PC-12, hope you found that interesting. It's certainly an aircraft I would look at if you like the PC-12 and want more detail. You will certainly find a little bit more complexity with this aircraft. So with that, hope you enjoyed that, hope you found it useful, hope you found it interesting, and as always, feel free to like, comment and subscribe.